to Let's Try Roleplay. This is our Let's Try Roleplay episode 100 special! Woo!
Calm the fuck down, R2-D2.
So
Fuck,
yeah,
we're old. Fuck, this podcast
we're
is old.
100 episodes young.
Fine, I'm the youngest.
Yeah, you said 100 episodes, not 100 years, right?
I don't actually remember.
Our 100-year anniversary.
Welcome to Let's Try Roleplay. Please give us money for knees.
We've come far from our tablets in Sanskrit.
Right, as
Cheers.
is tradition. Nice.
Although I don't mind. So.
Yeah, she's already halfway through hers. But
I've just got a cup of tea.
right, so we're just gonna talk shit for a while.
About you.
For 100
You
minutes.
prick.
That's a challenge, we're not doing that.
No, it's not. It's already 10 past midnight.
And we've already fucked this up
And
so
you're
many
all-
times on the recording that I can't figure out when we actually started the real cut.
Yeah, and you're at work at like 9 tomorrow. So fuck that.
Probably.
Maybe.
I'm gonna get fired. Gary doesn't like me already.
Gary.
Huh? Gary's my boss at the fish market.
Whoa! We're hearing about James's job.
James
making
works
all of this
at
up.
a
But
fish
continue.
market. I am a real life
On
fisherman.
Dewford Town.
See, common misconception. It's actually Uford.
You.
The D's silent. Django.
But yeah, we are just going to talk shit for a while about this podcast and how we've enjoyed doing it and how we're so grateful that you're listening. And
Please be listening.
and just be like, what have we done? What do we want to do in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do in the future?
I don't know.
More
Marry
fish?
kids.
Marry kids? Marry kids?
Okay, next 99 minutes about this.
9 minutes.
Where were you on the evening of?
Yeah. I'm just going to call the police.
So, why the fuck did we start this podcast? Who fucking started it? I don't even know. I was either you, James, or you,
It was
Henry.
a combination of me forcing you all to play D&D with me.
Yeah.
And I think I said I
and
wanted to do a
then-
podcast.
And then I've listened to podcasts for a very long time. James started listening to podcasts for a while, and I think it was just a general thing of like, we could do that.
I think when we got into we must have said this before on the podcast, but when we got into D&D, I started listening to, we hadn't played many sessions just for fun, and I started listening to Let's Try Roleplay.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow!
Very
Then he travelled
impressive,
back
right?
in time, was just like, I'm going to make that podcast.
The time stone was in action.
He saw they
Spoilers for
made
Endgame.
millions.
Maybe.
No,
'cause we've-
that didn't happen in Endgame.
They went, Doctor Strange went back and listened to his own podcast from the future.
No, I started listening to D&D is for Nerds, and that's what for me when that's for me what cemented D&D for me. It was just that I fucking want to play this all the time.
The thing that got me about D&D's for nerds is my conception was always, fuck D&D. That is the nerdiest fucking shit you can ever. It's not nerdy because Star Wars is nerdy. D&D was for like fucking weirdos in my head.
In your head.
Thanks,
So
bro.
you had the picture of D&D is Mother's basement. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
And then, fuck, here I am.
in
anyway.
in your mother's basement.
No, but where this topic was meant to go was I listened to D&D's for nerds. I'm like, nah, these guys are they're not normal, but these guys are relatively like normal dudes and just playing D&D, but not being like, oh, and then I use my greatsword and do this and it does this much damage, and like it was actually just these guys fucking around and having a fucking brilliant
Connor,
time.
we've definitely said that and
We've
sounded like that.
100%. I was just like, no, that's a direct lift from
What,
an
what
episode.
you've done is slowly decline into this nerdhood and
So-
acclimatise to it.
I've become the very thing I hated.
It's like how like frog in boiling water will jump out, but if you slowly heat it up, it won't. We basically just slowly made you worse and worse and worse.
Do you
To the point
remember-
where if you bail now, going back into the real world, everyone will be like, what the fuck is this?
It's like Anakin if you watch the Clone Wars TV show. That slow decline to becoming more dark, whereas if you watch 3, suddenly starts murdering children.
Yeah, and that's exactly me. I've become the very thing I swore to destroy.
Exactly. You were
And
the
now
chosen one.
we're gonna murder some children.
Sure.
What were we talking about?
I think.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Do you remember when we all talked to each other about making backstories? And the backstory that I
Yes.
sent you in first was about like Gary, the first bus driver.
Yes. Yes. I don't think someone had to explain to you that buses didn't exist.
And I was just taking the absolute piss because I hadn't fully like admitted to myself that this was happening. And I was taking the absolute fucking piss.
And I seem to remember you being like, "Oh, so Con, what is your character?" It's like, and you remember you thinking, "I'm just gonna make up a name. I'm just gonna make it." We were doing a character sheet, so he was going, "I'm gonna come up with a name," and you went on like a Star Wars name generator
Oh,
sort
fucking
of
of
thing.
course
or
it was
something.
Star Wars.
And you came up with Tholme, and your backstory, I think, in its entirety was, I don't know, he comes from some islands or some shit.
Yeah,
Which was a lot
pretty
more
much it.
extensive than yours for Kyle.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure you messaged me and you were like, "Is there a map?" And I was just like, "Yeah, here." And then you were like, "What's on those islands?" I'm like, "Some people, some fairies." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be from there."
I think every backstory we've ever come up with has started with a really late night conversation between one or two of us, where we just had when we came up with Kyle.
Oh yeah, that was fucking magic.
Well, when Connor and I were looking for anything to be able to play Pokemon on, have you found your backstory?
I've found it.
Go.
How?
From what date? Guess.
Well,
If I can find it. From the
25th.
31st.
It'd be
of-
2016.
What the fuck? It was on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve
On
2015.
2015, and it was at
You were drunk.
3 minutes past 2
he
in
was
the
drunk.
morning.
He was drunk. He
He
was
was
locked
drunk.
in his mum's basement. He just,
In the right setting at the time.
So this is what happens. I, at 3 minutes past 2 in the morning on New Year's Eve, say, "Guys, got my backstory sorted." And then, Robin, you say, "Oh, Jesus Christ, please don't." And then I send this picture, which is just a fat bus driver. And then I say, "Yeah, so this is Dave. Dave was born in a council house in Stoke. Dave was a very average person of average intelligence and average physicality. Dave is a simple man and doesn't really like going out of his comfort zone. Dave likes watching football and tea and biscuits.
Henry, you look so pained.
Dave was average at school and began work as a plumber. He did this job for 30 years. He now works as a bus driver and he enjoys a job where he doesn't have to move much. Dave has an average wife and some average kids. They all go on their holidays to Centre Parks and Dave is content in his simple little existence."
right.
See, I'm-
Which word did you say the most in that? Dave, average, or simple?
See, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to think of why I have no recollection of this, and I've realised why, because I was in the middle of an argument with an ex-girlfriend at the time of that being sent in.
I don't. I just.
But that is fantastic.
That was written. by
I'm
a
sad that
person-
that's not your actual character.
Can I please play that character one day?
We will have that in something, I swear.
That character, we must have just said you need a backstory, and that is just written by a person who just fundamentally doesn't understand D&D. Fundamentally just doesn't
And
get
doesn't
it.
want to.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm being stubborn on purpose. That's a big fuck you to actual roleplay.
And so that how long after that did we actually start playing? So that was
It was a couple weeks later.
It'd have been in,
would be a month later or
it'd have been in
something.
January, February at some point, because we came back and when we all went round to your house late at night and all wrote up our character sheets,
Yeah.
How
which
did
was a
we-
complete mess.
I also rember how we actually started playing as well. I'm 90% sure.
Oh
that,
yes, this is a good story.
No, just because continuing the saga of that specific girl I was having an argument with, I'm pretty sure that part of the reason we started playing was I felt sad because of a breakup, and you all felt sorry for me, so we actually started playing D&D.
No, I don't think.
So thank you to that girl for starting this podcast.
We had already been playing at that point.
Had we?
Yes, we'd already. I think that actually we played D&D that night, but that was in my tiny little.
Oh, yeah.
James's battery in his laptop's about to run out. Get the charger! Is that it there?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Right, no.
Continue the story while you plug.
I'm pretty sure. Should we plug something?
Right, I'll plug, you story tell.
You plug, I'll plug. You guys should go and listen to D&D's for Nerds because it inspired us. No, right. Plug this around in that. Are we editing this?
No, this is unedited.
This is a completely 100% unedited episode.
Okay, cool.
The podcast is fucking raw!
On a tangent, have you seen the Jurassic World trailer edited so the dinosaurs say raw?
Yes.
It's so good.
It was, right, because that was when we were in my tiny little room in university halls. And we think, so sometimes we look at this, like, we've literally just said we're going to have somebody else on our podcast in the near future. And we thought, God, how are we going to fit them around this table? We used to sit in the tiniest fucking dorm room.
The three of you on a bed.
On a bed.
How did we roll that? Oh, we just had a box.
We had a little box that I
Did we?
still have, which I wrote D&D in the inside of it. It was a shoe box, and we used to roll dice in it. And
You just pass the dice back. You pass the box with the dice in back and forth.
No,
to roll.
this is another segue. For just £5 a month, you can donate to save some role players. Like, I know, I've lost it.
buy him a shoe box.
Yeah.
But we
upgraded to a table.
We upgraded to a table one day because we did. We used to put it on the floor.
Yes.
Or on one of our laps.
Speaking of a fucking upgrade today, I saw a guy had built a dice box to roll his dice in, but he'd made it look like a graveyard.
Oh, that's cool.
But like a flooded graveyard, and it like he'd used specific resin that like made the fucking most beautiful noise when you rolled dice in it. It was like, you know how you like I don't know if you will have listened to it. No, you won't have.
No, definitely not.
But it's like, you know, when you imagine dice being rolled, that noise, it made exactly that. It was just like click, clack, click, clack. Oh, it was good.
I'd love to
and it
see
was
that
like
waveform.
molded and painted to look like a graveyard with like fences around the edges, and it made it was beautiful.
That's it.
So I want to make them for us.
Well, because the first time we did it, we were around at Connor's and we created our characters and we played that, and Connor's parents told us to keep it down.
A lot.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I think so.
Because
Were they there?
That was also the
They were
first
there.
time I'd ever been to your house.
and we burnt down a pub.
You
We
did.
burnt down a pub, and then we did. Yeah, we played there. Then we started playing in my room at uni, and then because the first time we thought of playing D&D was poker night. Round at our friend's flat. We played poker night. There was much hilarity about the sentence "It killed Boba Fett," referring to a vagina. And
Ate Boba Fett.
I killed Boba Fett, which I'm pretty sure is a Russell Howard joke.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, that's the most I've ever laughed. Oh.
But and then I'm pretty sure we were talking about it, and I'd seen Community, an episode of Community where they play D&D, and I loved that episode. And I had said to you, I thought that seems like something fun that I would be up for trying. And you were like, I've played it. This would be
I remember
good.
the exact moment because you went, "Oh, D&D would be fun," and a light went off in my brain of like, I can force them to play.
Friends. Friends.
Yes.
And then later on that night, we had a massive conversation about who would win, Superman or Goku, and why
why
Luke
it's
Skywalker
obviously
was the
Goku.
most powerful Jedi that had ever lived.
I'm sorry, and you think D&D is the nerdiest thing we could stick to?
It's, But Goku would win. We're all in agreement, yeah.
Yeah.
The universes don't relate. It's
They don't, but Goku would.
Goku
I
would
think
kick
you've
his
managed.
ass.
You three have made me into a monster.
We've not.
Of nerd. I mean,
we've just made you accept who you are.
We gave you a swift kick in the bollocks and you fell off the cliff of the MCU. Like, you went straight
I'm
into...
definitely the least nerdy of all of us.
You like football.
I don't. Yeah, the thing is, half of me wants to be like, that makes him less nerdy, but the other half is just like, does that make him more?
You ever played fantasy football?
No.
Huh.
I don't know if that would make you more or less.
What's your
I don't know.
FIFA game count though? You do like that?
I've played
that...
a fair amount of FIFA in my life.
God, you're so fucking normal.
But to be fair, the instructions I had to give you to get you to play a PC game was just like, I can't fucking do it, James. How do I look around? I was like, the mouse. It was just like, how are you supposed to trackpad and do a mouse move at the same time? I was just like, get a fucking mouse.
I don't have a fucking mouse. But yeah, you know, I think my nerdiness went down when I started to play guitar. I think genuinely. But as Star Wars, I was always mega into Star Wars, and that was kind of it. Pokemon, big lies. Big into Pokemon. But when I found Star Wars, Pokemon was sort of replaced.
See, I think I've been into every kind of nerdhood, but I've only really dipped my toe into sort of the Japanese market. Like, I like Attack on Titan, but I don't like. I think Robin and Henry are both.
Fuck that shit.
They're both big fans of like the My Hero Academia.
There's a large card on one of our shelves that was my birthday that Connor made for me, and it just says in big bold writing, "Weeb."
Having said that, I do own a kimono.
I'm about 5 weeks of daily lessons, and into Duolingo learning Japanese, so that I can understand anime in its native language.
Oh, the true
I'm that deep,
experience.
I think when I fully accepted that I was a nerd properly was probably the first time we went to Comic-Con.
Yes.
I think.
That was not my first convention.
No, and then
It was my first convention, but I dreamt of it for a long time.
I'd been to a lot. Well, I'd never been to a Comic-Con before, but I'd always wanted to. I'd been to a lot of gaming conventions like Eurogamer and Insomnia and stuff like that. God, I like being in.
Oh, I've been to miniature wargaming conventions. Yeah.
cool.
The silence.
That's niche.
Yeah, because when we went to Comic Con, I spent like 60 quid on nerdy stuff, and that was like, but I'm not a nerd. And then I looked at all the nerdy stuff I'd bought, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
what have I done?
I think the Thor's hammer kilt pin made it.
Oh, that's a good addition, though.
Yeah,
What's that?
my kilt jacket. No, Thor's hammer still there. My Hand of the King pin from Game of Thrones has just been lost to time. I spent 15 quid on that, and I have no idea what it is.
Seriously.
Remember we went over and bought it after.
It's not in the bag that is in my flat, is it?
Can you check?
Not now.
And that was just after we'd bought a whole lot of D&D spell cards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we bought the Star Wars clone helmets, Cody and Rex.
Oh
as well.
yeah. And that was also the day that I found out my little sister was a weeb.
Yes, and a pony yeet.
Not a
She's a
brony,
brony.
like a
That explains the My Little Pony cup in
Pony?
our...
It's not fucking mine.
I have wondered, but I didn't know how to bring it up.
But yeah, we've been talking about this for now. I wasn't a nerd. I'm now a nerd. We are all nerds. We do a D&D podcast. We're
Excuse
fucking
me,
massive
speak
nerds.
for yourself.
Yeah. What's the worst thing we definitely bought at Comic-Con is, I mean, we've had VJ on the podcast. We bought him a body pillow.
I bought him a wall scroll with
scroll.
naked anime girls on it.
And I scrolled far too with VJ wanted vengeance, and we spent far too long looking at hentai for Henry. And
I didn't know this.
yeah, it got to the point where we've been looking at this for too long. Let's just walk away. And then we had a long conversation about what's worse: two guys going and scrolling through all the hentai and buying some, or two guys scrolling through a lot of hentai and not buying some.
Having had their fill.
Yeah.
But yeah, that body pillow has been to pretty much. It hasn't been to
It
here.
hasn't been to here.
Yeah,
It's not
been to
been
mine.
here, and it will not come here.
I chased him down the stairs with it when he tried to bring it into my flat. I was like, get it the fuck out!
He gave it to
That's
someone as a
great.
birthday present, like wrapped up.
Yes.
Yeah, so he tried to give it to one of our pals as a birthday present, all wrapped up and lovely and gorgeous. However, the four of us fucks saw that coming a mile away, so we were like, no! And yeeted it out the front door.
At one point, I think you threw it off your balcony as well. Or were going to.
I think
Actually,
I threw
I
it down
think
the
you were
stairs.
going to, but I was just like, I spent a lot of money on that.
In our defence, it was mildly sexual on one side.
Yeah.
The side that we purchased it based off, and on the other side, it was atrocious.
Our reaction was hilarious because it's like, so it's a big convention. It's up on like a wall, and we point at it and we're like, "Hey, man at the store, can we get that one?" He kind of looks at us, smiles, and then hands it over with the same side facing us. It's like So it was Asuna from Sword Art Online. Look, shut up. In like a nurse's outfit, and I was like, haha, VJ will find this funny. And then we turned it around. It's just like, oh, the nurse's outfit's gone on the other side.
And it's like, she just looked so scared,
terrified. And we were like, well, we've committed now. Given the man the money.
I'm pretty sure the words I said were, oh my god, we can't give him this. And I'm pretty sure Henry looked at the two of us holding it and just went, we can't not give it to him.
She genuinely looks like she's about to be
Yeah.
preyed upon.
And
It's so bad.
He then tried
Yeah.
to give it to Tom Scar.
Oh my god.
Because we went to get stuff signed by
Astral
Tom
Fame.
Scar, the guy that made ASDF movie.
Yeah.
And then Vij just went, would you like this? And he just went, no. While Vij is wearing a pink morph suit to look like Pink Guy from the old days of YouTube.
He also tried to give it to several other people.
Several other people that looked like they did want it, but refused to admit it.
Yes, yeah.
Because he could camouflage at least. Veej was camouflaged in that
Yeah,
box.
because he could
Most
cover his
people
face.
weren't.
Yeah, that was...
He had to cycle home
we are
with it.
so unbelievably off track.
Mm-hmm.
How did we get into this?
Have we got into
Just
anything
talking about
on
nerdy.
our list yet? Nope.
Well, we like, basically, we're massive nerds, and we love... I mean, I like that earlier on I dropped the fact that I own a kimono and didn't get any stick for it, so that was great.
We're used to that at this
It
point.
is actually the Kyle Karp kimono.
It is,
Yeah.
But instead of leaves, it's peacocks. And the story behind that is one day an Amazon package arrived for me, and there was a very bright blue girl's short kimono in it, and I am rather tall,
Very, very tall.
and so I can't wear. I have to wear something underneath it, otherwise everyone does get a good look at the angle of me dangle. But yeah, apparently that was one of my many drunk purchases.
It's a fucking great drunk purchase.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Look, she got it because you wanted to be Hank from Californication.
No, I actually watched Hank from California after it. It was weird. Like
Really?
I bought it, and then 2 days later, after it arrived, I watched the episode. I can't remember what it's called, the flat or the apartment or something like that in Californication, and Hank in it is wearing the exact fucking blue kimono. And I must have been looking online or something and seen it, and it drunkenly thought, because I've seen that show a load of times, must have thought, fuck, that is the one from Californication, I'm going to buy it. But it just freaked me out when I was sat wearing it, I think, when I'm a weird person.
So we got
Never
into we started trying to get some sort of back on track. We
Go ahead.
we did a mini campaign where we did Lost
Wasn't
Men
that
of
mini.
Fandalever.
It was supposed to be mini. but-
Yeah, we did
Oh,
all
a
the
lot of
side quests. We got all the golden bricks on every level, and
Yeah. Is it Fandalever or Fandalere?
Phandalin.
but
It's the Lost Mind of Fandalever. The town is Phandalin.
so the book, the actual the what are they called? What's the
The
word?
module.
Module is called Lost Men of Fandalever.
Okay, cool.
Levels
Oh.
1 to 5, which is why we started at level 5. For the podcast.
Ah, cool. So yeah, we did that.
Oh, I see. Because we started at level 1.
When we first started playing level 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ibathane, Thormy, and Nine have come from level 1.
To level...
Oh.
No, higher to a level that they don't know about yet.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Well, they-
Spoilers.
At this point,
They level up.
they must be level 6. 5 or 6.
Yes.
Six.
6.
Yeah.
6. Level 6.
6. But yeah, then we decided to do a fucking podcast based on the characters we'd already made. And
Yeah.
played through that, and that was for Omsford.
Yeah, and then I stupidly discovered that I actually kind of like drawing. Which
Yeah.
just went a black hole of my time.
How the fuck did that start?
I was revising for some exams for uni. And I thought, fuck revising for my exams. I'm going to draw something. And I drew, because we had recently played through we played a test of our Star Wars campaign. I don't know if we'd started recording it at that point, but the Weapon 26, sort of before the prelude stuff to before that, we'd been playing our Star Wars characters. And I just sort of thought, it would be cool if I drew the Star Wars characters. And I drew them on a piece of paper and then coloured them in. And then eventually I thought, hey, did you guys know you can draw on an iPad 10 years behind everyone else?
I'm pretty sure was that before, because we haven't spoken about the history of Star Wars that much. So it started off as I'm pretty sure, wasn't it like a game so that the three of you could play some roleplay while I was away and your brother joined
think,
in or something.
yeah, we kind of figured kind of early on that we wanted to do different stuff with the podcast and not just do D&D, but also add other stuff in. Because Pokemon was an idea we had really early on, and then I found out that, I looked up into the Star Wars gameplay system, like the Force and Destiny and Age of Empire and all that, and then. But yeah, we thought, well, we'll learn how to play it, and then the three of us played it, Connor, Robin, and me.
Yeah.
And
While I
DM'd
was
it.
working in America.
Yeah, and the two of them played it, and we played like a really short, sort of weird really short campaign. And then my brother, I tried to bait him into the nerdhood that is us, and he's resisted. He's bounced back.
He's just me, but younger.
Yeah,
He's gonna get. He's a bit more of a prick.
Yeah.
Rude.
But no. No, he's I think it's not his jam, but he did enjoy it when he played with us a lot.
Yeah,
And he played a character that if we ever mention a character called Kip in Kip in
I don't remember that.
in Star Wars, a Nautilonian,
Yeah.
which is the same race as Kit Fistu.
Yep.
Wow, I even know this when I'm drunk. I think he was in it, and then they'll then I wrote my first Star Wars thing, and we played through that that's when Henry joined in because he was back from America from the summer, and we played that for a while.
Yeah.
We did.
That was good for Robin, who was like, don't know anything about Star Wars.
I still really don't, to be honest.
I don't know how she's
sometimes-
got away with it.
I
She still
sometimes-
has not seen the prequels the whole way through. She's
That's mostly our fault though, because we really wanted to watch episode 3, and 9 hadn't. Well, 9.
9 definitely hasn't seen
And
it.
Robin hadn't seen any of it, so we sort of gave her a super recap of 1 and 2.
in like 10 minutes.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you tried to watch 1 and couldn't,
I
right?
tried to watch 1 on my own late at night back at home, and I just got up to the pod racing bit, and
And you were like, this is too good, I need to
couldn't.
stop.
I can't handle the speed
I
of pod racing.
couldn't.
Can't handle the George Lucas.
I just.
All the spinning.
Pure, unadulterated Jar Jar.
I don't even think there was a lot of
You
him
got-
at that point.
The thing is, you got past all the bad bits.
Yeah.
It was from the
I
pod
did?
race onwards, it's all uphill.
Yeah, pod race onwards,
Pretty-
it's just
pretty-
action,
Yeah, it's
basically.
pretty good.
I mean, the Gungan battle is pretty...
Robin was.
Fucking fantastic.
I still don't understand why they don't just have guns, but what? I think Robin.
Because
What Robin was thinking.
glue barbs are much better.
You got to the pod racing and thought, cool, fine, some action. Preferred the politics. Where's the politics?
Where is the trade negotiation?
Exactly.
That is exactly what I always say.
The trade negotiations were over quickly. Is that the quote?
We're short.
Fuck!
The Gungans probably don't have guns because then it's Gungan guns, and that's hard to say.
That's fucking brilliant. What do they have? Blue balls?
Blue
Yeah,
balls.
blue. No, there was one of the funniest memes that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was like when you.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was like when you leave your girlfriend's house and you've just been kissing for 4 hours, and it's the picture of Jar Jar holding those two blue balls down. Anyway, we did Fromsford,
We did.
and
Fuck, that was jarring.
that
Jar Jarring.
I fuck you.
Fromsford was good. I really, really enjoyed
Thanks.
Fromsford.
I'll take
Henry,
as a
that was
compliment.
fucking brilliant.
Cheers.
That was good.
It's alright.
It was
It's not my best work. My best work that's been... No, actually not my best work that's been released, but you know. Sprockets. Sprockets is my favourite thing we've ever done. That was going to be
Is
something.
it?
That was going to be something we were going to talk about later. But yeah, Sprockets is my favourite thing I've ever run, probably.
Okay.
That's come out definitely, and that we've recorded maybe.
Okay. Sprockets was like I know that when we recorded it, we definitely felt like fuck, this is so good. Like we were really enjoying playing this, and it ran really smoothly, and we just felt like we knew what we were doing.
It was the first
And-
thing we'd ever done that was concise.
We're a lot better at that now. Yes, no, we are.
I'm looking at the 29-minute mark.
Okay, maybe
Hey, this
not.
was going to be this long. This is on purpose.
The whole point of this was we were going to put the microphones on and be like, let's talk.
Yeah, fair enough.
But in campaigns that we've recorded since everything since Pokemon has definitely been a lot more concise and to the point. But also feel like there was some really good stuff in our longer campaigns that we could only have got because it was longer. Like with Pokemon being able to go through the full fucking journey of like going from the first gym all the way to the league and everything. I think that was pretty special to.
I think we've struck a balance in some of the most recent stuff that we've recorded of finding a balance between making it kind of concise but also having time to fuck around and make the moments that we find really funny.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I don't, who knows, will we ever do another campaign that's 45 episodes long? Probably not.
I would like to, but
I get, but the thing is, we will, but we'll just split them up over seasons.
Yeah.
So, because we're going to come back to everything Anthology and
I think having experience of
spoilers.
Right. I think having experience of writing stories a little bit more, we're more willing to go, well, this story's going to be over several seasons and it's going to be arcs within those seasons, rather than I have a story and I want to tell this story and it's going to be in this season and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Like a standalone sort of thing. I think we're more willing to do that now.
No, I think so. I think we've got our big stories that we want to tell, and then we've got our wee stories that we want to tell as well. So like this stuff we'll reserve for the little intermission bits between different campaigns.
I like our little intermission bits.
They're good. What was all our favourite intermission-y ones? So
how many have we put out? Sprocket 7, Call of Cthulhu,
and Star Wars. Was that
American
Star Wars
Idol.
really one? Star Wars was a bit longer.
A little bit longer. Throw Star Wars in there. Someone say Star Wars.
I'm predicting that Robin's was.
Sprockets.
Oh, really? I would have said Cthulhu.
I liked Cthulhu because the completely different game system that we had that was completely new to us, and we were all sort of experiencing that, and it was a different type of. It's just different, is what I'm trying to say. But Sprockets, I just absolutely loved Sprockets. I like because it was the first time we'd ever done sort of like a shorter style of campaign where we had an objective, but we weren't so attached to the characters, so we all just kind of went, well, fuck it, we'll see what happens, really. And everyone was just so different, and it was nice to have someone else on for a bit of a change.
Oh, we love Stacey.
VJ.
It was
Yeah, both.
Oh, I'm still thinking about Cthulhu.
Yes,
all the way through you talking about that, I was thinking, yes, Cthulhu,
we love all
Cthulhu.
So I'd say Sprockets probably. That's for me.
No, I think so, and also I think that two of my favourite ever Let's Try Roleplay characters were from Sprockets. I think as well.
Who?
I think my favourite ever LTRP character is Smokey. Still Smokey.
Yeah.
I just, there was something about Smokey that was just fucking
Robin
brilliant.
looks like, what the fuck? Really?
It's because it was Robin's first character voice.
That is true.
No, it was the voice. It was just so fucking cute.
Mr. Spocket?
Fucking Mr. Spocket.
And super well played.
Yeah.
No, genuinely super well played. Like that, you stuck to your character really well.
That end scene between Sprocket and Smokey, where Sprocket was like, "Come away with me. We'll go and we'll steal shit and we'll do some fun stuff." And then Smokey was like, "Nah, you're a monster."
Sprockets is definitely Sprocket 7 was responsible for by far my favourite backstory, which was definitely Raj Currymore. Mostly because it was made up on the spot in front of me into the recording, and I just could not stop laughing.
As it was happening, you could see VJ being like, "What am I doing?" But it's just fucking went with it.
He transcended his physical form.
He did, yeah. Favourite for me, I've already said Sprockets. Yeah, mostly just because it has like some very specific moments that I fucking love.
Yeah. I think also what James did with Sprockets was amazing. Playing Clanker, which was 3 different characters at once. I thought that led to so many amazing moments, and it was something that has not been done before that I know of. Like it's crazy.
My favourite overall LTRP moment is to do with Clanker. It's Clanker mince meeting those 2 guards.
Oh my god, guard suit.
Just guard suit. And it's just like, well, they're fucking gone. There's nothing left. There's a smudge on the wall. It was just, I love it so much.
I think my favourite moment from Sprocket 7, because I think I'm torn between Call of Cthulhu, well, American Idol and Sprocket 7 for my favourite of our short ones, just because editing Sprocket 7 was an absolute fucking nightmare. Because we recorded it on 2 different systems, and we had a sync failure where I just had to edit to sync it back up every 40 seconds. But I think my favourite moment from Sprocket 7 is definitely Catch Me. When
Throw me.
Oh, throw me, and then the catch. That for me was just so fucking funny.
It was the second. I'm not remembering exactly, but I'm pretty sure the second you threw at him, I was just like, I'm changing. He's not gonna be. He's not gonna catch him.
Oh yeah, no, I see.
You realise the moment now.
Yeah.
You're like mid flying through the air, and you see his colour change, and it's just the idea of Sprocket being like, oh fuck.
And it goes blue, and he's like, fuck.
Not Quentin.
Prick.
Oh god.
This is going to be good.
No, yeah, I must admit I like playing Clank.
I think Sprocket is my favourite of my characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is. I don't know why. I love Tholme, and actually I think stuff that we've done since with Tholme, spoilers, we're gonna probably announce in a bit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I've preferred Tholme in that. I still think I was still finding my feet with Tholme a lot in Feromsford. But after I played Sprocket, I was like, this is a character that I've got so much more of a grasp on.
Yeah.
That I then thought, right, I need to sort out Tholme. So, but yeah, Sprocket was just fucking.
Sprocket was a fucking great character. It just was. I think. Was it drink, fuck, and have a good time? Is one of the funniest fucking moments. It's just that came out of nowhere. That wasn't scripted. That just caught me by surprise so badly.
Shall we? Since we've been talking a lot about sprockets,
Yes.
shall we?
Yes.
Henry, it's
What?
your thing. Shall we?
Yeah, we're doing Sprocket 72, or everyone else calls it Sprocket 72, but no, it's Sprocket 72 because that's funny.
It's a bigger, better heist.
Bigger, better heist, probably.
Absolutely. We're returning to Sprocket 7.
Yeah.
The original, well, Sprocket's fucking 4.
Sprocket Strikes Back.
We are returning to the original cast of Sprocket 7. VJ, we will tie him down.
Yes.
Whatever you do.
Considering what we were talking about earlier with VJ, bit of a weird thing to say, but
Yeah, no, definitely.
We'll be coming. Henry is in the process of writing it. We will be recording it next week.
yes.
It'll be coming out really soon. Once we finish Pokemon, hopefully,
Yes.
if we get it recorded like we think we will in the days that we will, hopefully, then it'll be out straight after Pokemon.
And if none of that happens, we're real sorry.
There'll be something
True.
though.
Something.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure something comes out. But yeah, we're really hoping that next week we can get Vij, and then we can get Sprocket 7.2 out, or whatever we're going to call it. Have we decided? Sprocket 7.2? Are we just doing that?
It's Sprocket 72.
But it's
I'm writing it. It's
I'm
Sprocket
fine
72.
with that. I think it's good.
But we're looking. Yeah, that should be really fun. It should be really good. And the other announcement we can make with that is we're going to step down to once a week once Pokemon is finished.
Yeah. For
Mostly to
a
help
great
us.
number of. So when we started, we just had so many episodes recorded. You know, we released the first episode that we released. We probably had about 80 episodes already recorded. So
Basically, all of Ohmsford and Pokemon
yeah.
was recorded by the time at the moment of release. So yeah, most of it basically.
And I think it's just that desperation to get it out, because the next thing we record whilst that's all coming out, we just can't wait for you guys to listen to it, and it's just we want to get it out.
Yeah. But we've got to step it down for a bit, mostly because we're all off doing things over summer.
We are. We're all going to different places.
I think we mentioned on a mid-bit recently that we recorded like half an hour ago that there's going to be a period of me doing the mid-bits alone, because I'm going to be doing the editing that I'm going to be taught how to do.
Yep. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
We're going to teach Robin how to do some stuff.
Her eyes went so wide there.
Dead face.
You want
Oh my
to
God.
elaborate? What
Elaborate.
stuff?
Pretty much, I'm going to be in America, James is going to be in Australia.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to be having too much fun to do this podcast. So
Connor and I just thought we want to go to countries that begin with A. Start
and don't involve podcasts.
Yeah. I'm terrified of spiders.
But yeah, we wanted to get all that stuff out, but releasing twice a week is a pain in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
And
You should see someone about that.
ever since I did this podcast and we started releasing twice a week, Doctor.
It burns when I pee.
It burns when I edit. We've lost him. Man down. Man down.
To be honest, sometimes my laptop does heat up to the point where it does burn when I edit.
It burns when I edit. So, and I think also, just from having a look at our statistics and stuff, we feel like people are falling behind with the amount that we're releasing. So, I think we've got to the place now where we want to go back to once a
we've
week.
got 100 episodes out, so like that's a decent amount.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
we've got 100 episodes out in just over a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think we just looked at Pokemon and thought that's going to take most of a year, 2/3 of a year to come out.
So I'll be grey by
Yeah.
the time it's finished.
And we just thought, well,
Henry is.
we want
I
everyone
am.
to listen to it because it's brilliant, but we also want to move on to everything else that we've got as well.
Uh-huh.
And so twice a week just made sense.
mm-hmm.
But now we just want to also... To be honest, we've coped pretty well with twice a week.
We have.
We've coped pretty well with it, but once a week it'll be a nice change. It'll be a bit of a slower pace.
No, absolutely.
In a way, it gives you more chance to kind of take in it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the good thing of it will be that I suppose when we're doing mid-bits and stuff, it'll be a mid-bit for each episode rather than for two, because we'll still just do a mid-bit each week.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favourite things that we changed over the podcast was doing mid-bits.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best ideas we've ever had.
And they've changed a lot over time. Do you remember mid-bit challenges? Do you remember when we were like, send in this Photoshop, Simone, because you're the one that did.
I think, we've just changed it. We just changed different things, but what we did, took it as an opportunity to just chat shit.
Yeah,
Really?
basically.
I really like doing the charity shout-outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that.
That's
Definitely.
something that we've... So we started, it was Marrow was first, wasn't it?
Yeah. Marrow,
We
then
did the
Social
Marrow deal with Comic-Con.
Yeah,
Because
it was.
they put our posters up
yeah.
at Comic-Con because they go and do a stall there.
Yeah.
And we knew people that work with them, and some of us have worked with them in the past. So we went and we said we'll shout you out in every episode, most episodes, and then if you put, to be honest, we probably would have. I'm really happy that we ended up doing it because I make it sound like, well, if you put our posters up, well, we'll shout you out, and if you don't, we won't. But we're really happy that we do it. And even if they go to Comic-Con in the future and they won't put our posters up again, we'll still shout them out because it's just brilliant.
Good cause.
No, it's great.
No, absolutely. And then Social Bite was one that we picked up as well after all doing Sleep in the Park, which was good times. Good time to say for Henry.
Fucking
Yeah.
brilliant.
I was in my bed. Pretty good.
That was great. And then, well, as of like an hour ago in real time, we've started another one, Tiny Changes, our new charity
Oh yeah.
for mental health. So yeah, we'll probably keep those three on. We'll maybe pick up some other ones along the way.
Yeah, I hope so. No, yeah, I think that's one of the nicer things that we've done.
When we're not killing people with imaginary swords,
Exactly.
we're supporting charity.
And making heinous jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
That I edit out. No, I think that's definitely been one of the better things we've done.
Yeah.
And the mid bits have been fun. We always have so much fun.
We want to be in contact with the people that listen to our podcast.
No, yeah, and it's because we record stuff so early in advance. It's basically our only way of being
Current.
current in the podcast.
Because if you listen to any episodes and listen to the fucking memes that we bring up,
Oh my god, yeah.
the most.
Real
There
bad.
was what was the one recently?
See, the thing is we still do it when we record, and I'm like, this isn't coming out for a year.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. The jokes we constantly make, it's like, that's going to be so dated. So dated.
Yeah.
Not that's necessarily a bad thing, callbacks and all that, but
Classic memes.
yeah, classic memes.
That's what we should call it.
What else you got on your list?
Oh, so we've talked about Fromsford.
Yeah, that's good.
We've talked about Pokemon bits and bobs.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We've talked about some side projects.
Bad.
Yep.
No, good. Good.
We also do some other fucking shit. We do like movies very sporadically.
Yeah.
We've done
Happens.
Infinity War. Did we do Last Jedi?
Nah.
No, I don't think
No,
No, we
no.
Why the fuck? That was what we were talking about in a Pokemon episode recently about going to see The Last Jedi, and I was like, "Fuck, that seems a long time ago
Yeah,
now."
no, I don't think we could. We didn't have time to actually do the record, and I think, but we've spoken about it in a couple of episodes, and our opinions have changed actually a little bit since we spoke about it.
But we did Deadpool,
We did Deadpool, Deadpool 2,
War. Yeah, Deadpool 2. We did
Infinity War, and we did the Solo.
We did Solo, and we
Solo.
did the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts,
Crimes of Grindelwald.
the sequel. Yeah.
Absolutely. So those were good.
And I
We
think
want to do more of those.
Coming up, mostly because we're delaying a couple of things that we want to do because of the episode 100, and if we put more stuff out, then this episode 100 will go in a really awful place because it'll just be fucking random. So we're gonna do a review of all of Game of Thrones once Game of Thrones is completely finished. We're gonna do a review of Endgame once Endgame's finished.
Which
It knocks Avatar off that sweet table.
Yeah, come on.
But we're going to do a review of Avatar and we're going to see Detective Pikachu tomorrow. At the time of recording, tomorrow, but ages ago.
Yeah, so
We're going to go
excited.
see that, and then we're going to do a review, probably like an Endgame Pikachu review. A Pika game review.
And
Enderchu.
better.
Weird. But we're gonna do a review of sort of those two movies together, hopefully, and then put that. But that's going to come out in ages. It's not going to be current. It's not going to be relevant. But if you wanted to know what we thought of those movies, then you can listen to that episode.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's going to be good.
Franchise fest fights. We've been trying to do another one of those for
ages.
so long.
We've got plans for it. I think we've got plans for a couple of them.
Yeah, we do. We've got plans
We've
for
got
two
plans for
separate
two more,
ones,
yeah,
but
yeah.
just logistics.
You need a lot of people for them, is the issue.
How the fuck did you do that? That's
Connor
amazing.
just did a thing.
What?
With
That
the
was
Mexican
genuinely
gun.
like magic. You balanced a can of beer
That's
on its
gonna
corner.
fall.
It's not. It's magic. I balanced a can of beer on like the little rim bit at the bottom. It needs to have a certain amount of beer in it. Oh,
I've got that
you've
much
got
beer.
that beer.
Because
It makes me
you
so uncomfortable.
lifted your hand away from it like it was
is.
magic.
Right next
Anyway,
to
shall we get
all our mics.
Yeah, we want to get back to franchise fest fights. That was I think that's the most I'd laughed in years, and that makes me sound like so old or just like I don't have a life. But that was the most I'd laughed in years.
I think it was just our super weird original thing that I don't think many people have done that sort of stuff.
No, it's
Not
I
in
think
that way, and
It's
it's
super
not yet.
original, yeah.
And we just had so much fun with it. It started as literally just we came up with the idea for franchise fish fights about 20 minutes before we recorded it
Yeah,
because we had a lot of friends that we wanted to guest star on the podcast, and we just didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, they were coming, and we're like, "What are we recording? What?" And I think we was doing like what would be their line on Jeremy Kyle and how would they win Britain's Got Talent, and just these fucking questions were so good.
Oh, I can't wait for it to come back.
Yeah, it will be back. It'll be back after summer.
Yeah, no, it's going to be after summer.
It's gonna be after summer, isn't it?
It's going to be a while, but it will make a violent return.
Yeah. Right. So we're gonna talk about the stuff that we've done and what we're gonna be following on from those things, because we are gonna have new things coming out. So
Yes,
for Almost For It Happened,
that happened.
they will be back.
Yes, they will.
In-
We posted the Avengers-esque black screen white text. They will be back
Yeah.
a while ago.
I think we've mentioned that we've already recorded D&D season
We have.
2.
We mentioned it in some mid-bits.
At the moment, my favourite thing that we've ever recorded, but that'll change when I record the next thing.
It's amazing. It just. I had so much fun.
Absolutely. Star Wars.
Yes.
Will be coming back.
Will be.
The characters will be coming back, and in a thing that I'm going to write, which will be a much more light-hearted Star Wars story,
Yeah.
and possibly a little bit longer than the last Star Wars, but not by much. It'll be a little bit longer, and it'll be more sort of Star Warsy, I think, really.
Okay.
I think the last one I sort of tried to cram horror into sort of Star Wars and like
It
do
worked.
something a bit different and have a bit of fun with it. But this time I just want to go full Star Wars fan service, which is
You just want to full on George Lucas it.
just want to bust my nut on some Star Wars.
Well, with those two big blue balls, you can.
Yeah.
Pokemon. We have done a lot of Pokemon.
Yes.
We will be doing one more thing with Pokemon, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit.
In a little bit.
But Pokemon is not gonna go on for seasons and seasons.
Well, I think
I'm afraid.
Pokemon is that sort of thing. Is like where when you play the games, you do the gyms, you do the league, the game ends.
Yeah.
Apart from catching all the Pokemon, but I think
we're not gonna go around.
As I said, that's what we're doing.
exactly. we've
Just
sort of,
rolling dice, 150 each.
we've sort of told the sort of whole story that you would with Pokemon, I think, a little bit, and then but we've done something else with it as well, which is the thing we'll talk about later.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think it's not going to be one that we do season 2, season 3 Pokemon characters.
One thing we are gonna do, that's coming out a little bit later than we thought, is that Robin's gonna do a thing. You're gonna do a thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna run a campaign for us, which we're still probably gonna keep wraps on, but we're all really excited about it.
It's going to be so good.
Because Robin's gonna do a campaign for us, and she's gonna have to control 3 of us.
Which is terrifying.
Rowdy.
I don't know,
Rowdy boys.
You controlled like 6 of us in franchise fistfights.
Oh yeah, what are you fucking worried about?
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ, you controlled a pitched Conrad. You've already hit your final form.
Yeah, you've already gone Super Saiyan. You can't.
Exactly. Running a D&D campaign is going to be like easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully. I'll need to write it over summer. And yeah, it'll be set in a different sort of plane to what we've done before. New characters, but kind of set within Henry's world that he's already sort of built for us.
Yeet.
But with looking at a completely different angle. So there may be some throwbacks, there may be no throwbacks, depending on how much I can remember.
It's D&D based, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be D&D based campaign, and stuff will happen. And yeah, I've got a OneNote for it.
She's got a OneNote.
That is the first step of
Got
every
one
season
note.
of anything.
James never had a OneNote for his.
No, I had a real book.
I mean, the thing is, right, Griffin fucking McElroy just had a Word document for all of Taz.
I know, that is insane.
For Amnesty, he's now got...
2 Word documents.
There's another thing, isn't there? It's like OneNote, but for actual real storytellers that's got a name. I don't know. It's some like...
Do you genuinely want to know how I write Star Wars? I wrote a huge segment in a book. I had a writing book. And then most of it came from, I just sort of set a recording whilst I was driving in my car between England and Scotland, and I just recorded myself talking bullshit about what I wanted to do.
I also remember a number of times you'd be sitting there just chilling, and then you go like, Henry, close your ears, and then speak into your watch.
This is like, idea for campaign 2. Captain's log. The start date is 2842.
But yeah.
No, it's not. It's like, it's November. Shut up.
Shut up. This is my thing.
No, me and Robin are going on a holiday. We're going to be doing a lot of travelling, and in that travelling time, we're going to be sitting writing campaigns.
Gonna be a lot of trains.
And you say you're not a nerd. What's wrong with you?
No, me and Robin are going interrailing, and we're really looking forward to it. But we will on trains. I'm going to be running a new game system and all sorts of stuff. But that is way in the future. You've got another fucking bullshit thing of mine to listen to.
I barely know about that.
Yeah, the core rulebook's sitting there and it's printed out. I printed out in the library, all like 370 pages of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I've ring bound it and everything. It's sitting there. It's got a Frankie on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, it fucking does. Good job. It's like a Frankie.
But that's going to be... I've not written that yet. Never mind recorded it. Never mind it reaching your ears. So, like, fucking no point even talking about that yet. One thing that we will talk about, we have been building up a lot. Mm-hmm. This whole thing, we decided in St. Ives
Yeah.
when we were finishing Pokemon
Yeah.
that we decided to pretty much rip off the Avengers.
Pretty much.
Not inaccurate.
So recently in the Victory Road episode,
Yep.
I hope you were listening in that one because we set up a lot of stuff.
Did we?
Yes.
Pretty sure it was just a completely
It
normal
was
Victory
a
Road.
normal.
It was completely uneventful.
It was normal. What are you talking about?
Apart from
Just,
Batman.
just a bunch of Geodudes and Zubats, really.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
it's a
what,
bit, honestly, it was a bit dull.
Yeah.
It's not really memorable.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
that was in it, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, listened to that recently.
That's an old joke. Oh my gosh. Forgot
No,
about
no,
that.
yeah, but completely normal.
Yeah.
Chill.
We set up some shit with some serious foreshadowing for the next big thing that we're going to be doing. There was a point at the end where the guys had a vision of a demon, a dragon, and a slave boy. Which Henry, you're looking confused.
Just don't know what you're talking about.
In the cross.
What?
Completely normal.
I'm sticking to the bit.
Oh right, you are fucking.
Commitment.
Commitment.
We also dropped a hint in Weapon 26.
Our Star Wars campaign.
Yeah, at the end where Uma
Met some people.
met some people. We are going to be making a LTRP multiverse, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
And we are going to put all of these characters, or at least a few of these characters, in the same place at the same time, because we're doing a crossover campaign.
Hell yeah. Which is what we always call it, even though we've given it another name.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we've always called it the crossover campaign. I think we're calling it Let's Try Roleplay The Long Night.
Which was named long before season 8 of Game of Thrones started.
What?
Don't fucking at us.
And it's cool because that episode was so disappointing anyway, but we'll get to
In some people's opinions.
It was definitely dark.
No, a similar medium that they can't see what we're doing and we can see what's happening.
It might as well have been a fucking podcast. But yes, after Sprockets, the second installment of Sprockets, we will be doing a crossover campaign. I ran it. Apologies, I'm back again for more DMing.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Connor's back.
Your mum's basement.
But these guys will be playing more than one character.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna. Oh, it's gonna be Avengers style
I
epic.
think the words "Oh fuck, I'm playing this guy too" were said quite a lot when having conversations with
There were
oneself.
some fantastic moments where you talk to an NPC, you talk to another character, everyone would look at you and you'd be like, shit, I'm talking to myself.
And at the time, that was our favorite thing that we'd ever recorded.
It was good. No, that was great fun. Great fun.
And it's special, I think. I remember the first episode we recorded of that was just so great having these different characters.
Yeah, and we get to because obviously because we record so far ahead, we were revisiting characters we've not played in ages. So that was really great.
So after Sprockets 2, we're doing the crossover campaign. Let's Try Roleplay The Long Night. Good shit. Really looking forward to it, and I hope you're excited. And that'll be sort of like the
I'm so excited.
end of LTRP phase 1 in air quotes, and then we'll move on to the second chapter of everyone's stories.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we're just going to randomly jar in a Captain Marvel movie somewhere.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Just gonna get some random person to DM. Just something random. Just like you, just go to the window, be like, oi, come up here,
I'm
podcast.
just going to come in one day and be like, guys, I found out someone random. I'd like to introduce you to Samuel L. Jackson.
Motherfucker.
Surprise,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
So good.
Oh, that would be epic. No.
I just want to say that I know that the surprise motherfucker meme isn't Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep, no, it's
I just want to say I know that.
The boy knows his memes.
I
But
Hell yeah.
just want to put that out there.
That's from Dexter.
I know, it's from Dexter. I don't know the name
Is
of the...
it?
Yeah, I don't...
That's from Dexter.
I
It's
didn't know
James
that.
Goats? Boats? Dotes?
Dotes.
Dotes.
Stokes.
Dotes.
Dotes. Something...
James Dotes.
James Oates.
Dokes. It's Dokes. Doakes. Dokes.
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 So you are.
Dokes. I can't remember his first name though.
It's good.
James. No, it's James.
Is it James?
I know
knows.
I know everyone that's called James.
Everyone
There's
knows.
a-
They all know each other.
There's
It's like
a
a
club.
connection.
This is a club.
There's a club.
It's quite a common name.
It's actually just me and
Big
him.
fucking club.
There's a couple of things we wanted to talk about as well. I think the main thing is we want to give a special thank you to a couple of people who have been extra specially involved in the podcast and been really supportive.
Oh,
Me.
thank you.
It's been-
Wait, what?
It is Henry.
It's
for
me.
all of his editing.
I did half an episode that we redid, and a couple previously. I'm gonna do more.
The other person is Ghost Baby.
Ghost baby.
We don't
R.I.P.
record there
Oh, really?
anymore.
I'm
That's-
moving flat as well. I hope it don't follow.
No, but
Rip in peace, Ghost Baby.
Robin, who do we love most in the world?
We love everyone. And everyone loves us. No, that's not true. But
Our sub 50 listeners love us.
but for reals. So we love each other as well. That's a big thing. But
I love you.
since the beginning of this,
What?
we've had the absolute true pleasure of having two super supportive fans, and I'm sure we have other ones as well, but these have been two who've been always in contact with us, always chatting to us, engaging with us, even stuff out with the podcast, like things that they're interested in, and it's been one of our biggest motivations while we're doing the podcast is when we get responses like that and we're like, there's actually people listening, this is quite nice, and they enjoy it. That's even nicer, and it makes us feel very, very happy that other people appreciate us sitting in a room at 1 o'clock in the morning chatting about random stuff, and that seems to be their jam, and that's really, really lovely. So I've kind of rambled on for quite a while. So the two people in particular are Simone, who we've given loads of shout outs to before. We had a guest character for her on one of our campaigns.
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. Check out her artwork at
Art and Insanity.
Art and Insanity
On
Show
Instagram?
Instagram, on Twitter.
At Art and Insanity, and I think she's on Twitter as well. I think it's like at Simone Green or something like that. But I think she puts most of her art on Instagram. But
It's
she
good.
also has a Redbubble page.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she
I
does.
didn't know that.
I think it's Art and Insanity use that to find it as well. But she sells some of her art, so definitely go onto her Redbubble page and
That's awesome.
buy it. She's got some really cool stuff on there as well, and I mean it's mostly stuff that you'd be able to see on her Instagram as well. So just go check her out because she's infinitely better artist than I am.
And
But
then,
yeah, we're so grateful for you, Simone. Thank you so much.
No, yeah, thank you.
10 out of
Great.
10.
And the other person is
What's his name at the moment?
Thick Space Daddy Umbaku?
I think it's
Space
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 Thick Daddy Umbaku, but we're going to get an up-to-date name
We are.
now. We've got
Right, okay.
we've got people who check
We've got
in.
people on this. We've got Dave in the corner. Let me free. No, Dave.
I know we don't have it. Unfortunately, we don't have a Dave. We just have these two bugger logs. Right, have you got him? Jesus Christ!
Yep.
Yeah.
what?
Space Thick Daddy Mbaku.
Ooh.
He's also sent us a DM.
What?
Has he?
I don't know.
Read it out loud
It was a
now.
while ago. I have only just got the
25th of March, dude. That's like
Look, I don't open my Twitter app on my phone.
I don't even have Twitter.
But Thick Daddy.
You're
What a guy.
fucking shout out.
What a guy. Oh, he's been great. I think he is the biggest D&D fan in the world.
Maybe.
I think
He's definitely the thickest.
Nah, I think he listens to like an
And the
inordinate
universe.
amount
He's
of
in
podcasts.
space, man. He's in space, so he's
He's
also
also
doing
our only listener from space.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that he did a fucking announcement that he was going to be changing his name on
Yes.
a certain day, and
So
everyone
good.
was excited. We were excited.
We were. I remember being like, I wonder what it's going to be.
We got invested,
And
man.
then the backstory to it as well. It's just great. He regularly gives us a shout out on like
Yeah.
Follow Friday stuff, and we know we're part of a list and all that sort of stuff. But he listens,
It matters.
comments to us, he sends us messages, he sends us direct messages, and he talks to us.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
honestly, to have people actually talk to us, it means the world. And we need to give him a character. We've
Don't.
already got one kind of planned.
We do.
But
He's
he's
given
going to be in
us
soon.
some
hopefully.
ideas.
Hell yes.
He's given us some fucking ideas
He's given us some.
already.
Yeah, he
Give us
has.
some
Yeah.
very good
Fuck
ideas.
me. Yeah. But yes, we're so grateful for those two and all the people that listen.
Anybody that we don't mention, we're grateful for you
Yeah.
too.
Thanks, Mum.
Fuck, my mum listens to this.
God, I hope mine doesn't.
My
Yeah,
mum doesn't.
seriously.
My mum still thinks I'm that wee FIFA player that she knew when I was 13.
My mum thinks I'm dead. Seriously.
Does she? Shh. Okay.
Don't tell anyone.
Especially know his mum.
We've met your mum.
Yeah, but that's why I said I had to be called a different name. I had a inverted. No one can see the inverted commas, but twin.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yes, so thankful to those two people.
Robin looks so just fucking nonplussed. She's just like, I don't know.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm
gonna move
drunk.
on.
It's-
Robin is very much like, these guys are talking so much
So
fucking
much shit.
shit.
Hell yeah.
She's far more on to
High
the
five.
point than we are. That was a most lackluster high five. You rolled a fucking 1 for that high five.
If I rolled a 1, I would have missed and high-fived my own face.
I have never rolled higher than a 1. But right, yeah, no. Back to it. We love anyone that listens to this podcast. If you're listening to this podcast, we love you. Henry says it every mid-bit.
I do.
Sometimes I forget to say it on his behalf in my solo ones. But
It'll just be me soon. Gonna tell it a lot.
You'll get all the love.
But I think, just contact us. We are not up ourselves. We don't think we're doing the best podcast in the world. We just really enjoy doing it. It's like, contact us, ask us any question you want. We'll answer it in a mid-bit.
have a
Send
chat.
us something funny if you want a shout out of your,
Thing.
so long as it's not like a super niche fetish. Like, we like to go broad. we like to get a high number of people in with the fetishes. But and keep sending in those nudes, which we've not asked for ages.
Send nudes and cat pictures and dog pictures,
Oh,
but
yeah, cat
not
pictures and dog
hopefully
pictures.
combined.
Pictures of red pandas as
Cat
well.
dog?
Would be so good.
Oh yeah, Robin has this obsession with red pandas.
They're
She's
so
every
cute.
single
Aw.
week she's like to me, "Why have you not taken me to see a red panda yet? You know where they are."
You've been
Connor."
telling me for 2 years.
I have been.
Hell
think-
yeah.
How have I've never heard of this obsession.
I love. So you can see them. I think they're a couple. They're in Edinburgh Zoo, and then they're also
I've
at the
seen
Highland Wildlife Park, which is kind of a bit far.
They're real good.
I don't know, so cute. They're like the size of cats, right? But they've got a big tail.
Yeah, and are high up in a tree.
And they're ginger as fuck.
They're just,
They're Scottish pandas.
they're just so
Except
sweet.
the Nepali.
Yeah, Nepalese.
Aw.
They're in the Himalayas.
I hope they get better soon. Nepali.
That was an appalling joke.
If you've managed to stay listening after those jokes, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the moment we unsubscribe.
Absolutely. One more thing we want to
Do we?
Do we?
We changed to Podbean,
We did.
do. That was
a while ago.
and
I
it's
mean, yeah.
better.
I mean,
Hopefully
sure,
you've
that's
noticed.
That's
Or haven't.
really not exciting.
Not exciting.
What else do we have to say?
We have
Was it-
social medias.
We do.
Yep, we do. That's another thing.
At
Yep.
Let's Try Roleplay on Twitter.
And-
Let's Try Roleplay on Instagram.
Yep.
Facebook.com/Let's Try Roleplay, I think will take you to where we are. But if you just look at Let's Try Roleplay on Facebook,
We
that'll
have the
come to us.
links in all of our episodes.
We do.
We
Yeah.
have a website, www.letstryroleplay.podbean.com or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
No.
But
We have a red
to be honest,
bubble
if you Google Let's Try Roleplay, actually our website comes up now, which is
Yeah,
good.
it's not just weird porn
Yeah.
anymore.
It's just a shame because it's getting difficult to find now.
No,
no,
you have
but
to go like 2 or 3 pages in, and no one wants to do that. On Google.
Is that when you know you've made it? When they've made a porn parody of what you're doing? Is that when you kind of know?
Yeah,
you've
please
Yeah.
don't.
done
No,
Yeah, but
something?
we've-
don't.
Please.
but what we've done is made a D&D parody of porn. Like,
Which is worse.
That's how you know porn's become mainstream, because now we've made a parody of it.
but
We're
there's
part of the problem.
you're right. We have a Redbubble store. We've got loads of Frankies on it. We've
Yeah.
got art from fewer of the podcasts than we should do because I haven't updated it in a while. But go on there, and everything's sort of basically.
It's all good shit.
We just try. We tried to make it a real
Yeah.
as low a price as we could. It went pretty reasonable. I don't know what's that. I don't know, but it's good, and we like our t-shirts, and I've put time and work into it.
Yeah.
Buy my t-shirts.
Yeah.
I've got one. It's nice. I like it a lot.
I've got 2.
I've got a couple. I mean, to be honest, almost every single T-shirt that has been bought by me for us. But no, go. We honestly don't care if people buy the T-shirts. We don't care about the money. We just honestly, I like my designs and we like our podcast, and we just if wearing a T-shirt with our podcast stuff makes you happy, then
Makes us happy.
It would be really lovely if you wear it. And if you do buy a T-shirt, send us a picture of you wearing a T-shirt.
Or the stickers, show us where you stuck them. Can combine it nudes
Unless
with the
it's
stickers.
on a
I mean,
wart.
you can,
on
unless
your
it's on a
willy.
wart.
What the fuck?
But yeah, just
What did you say, Connor?
Said unless it's on a wart on your willy.
What about what somewhere else?
if you try
What
to
about
alright.
stickers are difficult to stick, like in some places. So that's just not gonna some things just might not work.
Oh,
Just be a bit
the
How
weird.
would you go
puzzle be
about it?
sticky.
Not trying hard enough.
Is that big?
But that's a good point. If you put stickers somewhere, send us pictures of stickers. If you buy the Frankie clock, I swear to God, you're my hero.
God,
If you buy that Frankie clock, you're my fucking hero.
If you
Because
buy the Frankie bedspread.
fuck yes, if you buy that Frankie bread spread, please send us pictures of you doing stuff in it. No, don't.
God, we're taking this far.
That's the only nude I want. Is you in that bank?
You like paint in the paint me like your French girl
girls.
pose on a Frankie bedspread, please, holding the Frankie clock over your crotch area.
Or with Frankie stickers over your nips.
On the nips. Yeah. If you send that to us, we will.
Show us
Frankie
your
tassels.
Show us your Frankie clock.
If you do that, genuinely, like, I'll DM a campaign for you just anytime,
Yeah, no.
anywhere.
If you buy all of that, send us that picture. We will invite you on this podcast.
Yeah.
You've earned it.
None of this was actually the one thing I was thinking of that we still need to do.
What is that?
What was it?
Because we
What
have
is it?
we have a surprise for these people.
Oh, we have a surprise for these people. I'm gonna get up the surprise.
What's the surprise?
Oh, who's the
It's a surprise.
Many
I
years
like-
ago.
Is it a surprising surprise?
The dawn of history.
I've just clocked what it is.
That
Fair enough.
surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise! It's us. We're still here.
Many years ago, we started doing a podcast, and before that podcast, we fucked up a test. We did a test recording very late one night after having watched Doctor Strange in the IMAX cinema.
The night of Doctor Strange opening as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
So
Midnight
that dates
viewing.
this pretty solidly.
Yeah, we went to see the midnight viewing of it,
And then
and
came
came and recorded podcast.
this, yeah.
Right?
Why do you think that was a good idea? What time? We were up until like 5 or something.
We were up late.
We're super fucking dumb.
We must not have anything on.
Basically,
I'm pretty sure we all had uni together the next morning.
I'm pretty sure we also didn't drink much back then when we recorded.
Oh, we've
so
aged.
true. I mean,
That's
I can't
changed.
go.
I think I
time
drink
without
less
it
now than I did then.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Because I just have a cup of tea.
Yeah,
for
especially when you're
most stuff.
DMing. You're like, there's a blanket alcohol ban when you're DMing.
And I think I've been drinking less as well.
He's doing
His tolerance has also gone down.
Through the floor.
cheaper.
Basically, when we did this test, we recorded a session of us playing the end of our Lost Caves of Fanda Valera.
Lost Minds of Fandom.
That's the one. And we this particular segment we just thought was really, really funny, and we hope you find it funny as well, because
It was just.
You're gonna hear it whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it was very out of fucking nowhere. One of the first times that I'd ever been proper bamboozled by you guys while playing.
yeah.
And I just was just like, fuck it, why not?
So basically, we're all going to say goodbye now from episode 100 of LTRP. Thank you very, very much for listening.
Here's to 100 more.
We'll
100
see
more.
you. When's the next milestone?
102.
150.
101. This is the rest of the podcast.
We're changing directions. It's just like a chat show now.
But we just chat about ourselves. How self-indulgent.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, so
We've made it.
We'll be
guys.
back at 500.
we're going to say
250.
goodbye.
150.
No, fuck that.
200.
What
200, no,
episode do
200.
you think we should do this again?
200
know
is
him.
episode 102.
Oh, 250.
Yeah, episode
250
102.
is a quarter of a millennium. No, it's not.
That's-
Quarter of a century.
Yes.
No, it's A century's 100.
That's
It is a quarter of it's a quarter of a millennium.
We're not
For
fucking
fuck's
making it
sake.
to 250.
It's a quarter of 1,000.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of the episode at this rate.
How do you count?
1,
Один,
2, 3.
два, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Shout out to our Russian listener.
Oh yes, very nice. But anyway, goodbye.
Yes. Thank you so much for 100 episodes of Let's Try Roleplay. We love you all.
So much.
That's my thing.
I'm good now. It means more if I say it for the first time though. Whereas you're just like such a fucking I love you whore. You'll just be like anyone who listens, like yeah, fuck it, every episode. But I saved it for episode 100.
If you listen out there, I love you, Craig. Get down to that court and change that spelling.
If you do, once again on the podcast.
So from Connor, thank you. Goodbye.
Your turn, Robin.
Oh,
We're all staring at you.
yeah.
This is weirdly coordinated.
It's
It's happening. It's happening.
That was 3 like hit. I just spat. That was really gross. Yes, thank you so much for supporting us. We love you all. Cannot thank you enough. And we just hope you continue to enjoy it. And as the guys have said, chat to us about anything, that you fancy. As I say, we're all fans of pretty much any and much nerddom you can possibly think of. So if you're upset about Game of Thrones, give us a shout. If you're upset about Marvel, give us a shout. If you don't like Star Wars or you do like Star Wars,
You can
also
fuck off.
give us a shout. If you like what we're doing in the podcast, let us know about it, because that's really, really lovely to hear, and it's good to know that it's just very, very lovely that when we get positive things back. But even then, just knowing that we've got listeners is just really, really nice and really heartwarming and pleasant. So thank you.
Fuzzy way.
I hope this has lulled you off to sleep. And yeah, take care of yourself.
Good night.
Good night. Love you too.
Everyone's looking at me now.
I'm just looking
What
around.
up? It's your boy, Henry, here.
No
to
AirPods.
Say, no AirPods in
He's got
this
AirPods
time.
in. No.
To say cheers and thank you to you, specifically you. Love you. Short and sweet. Like maybe you, if you're short. James, take over.
Right, no, yeah. Thank you very much.
Car crash.
I think 100 episodes is more than we ever thought we would get, so thank you so much for listening, and we really hope you keep listening. So I'm going to leave you now with Henry, who's going to give us an introduction to the
indeed.
segment we call Strippers.
Strippers. After an incident at an inn, our heroes Tholme, Nine, and Ibethane met a dwarf by the name of Gundren, who gave them a job to transport his goods to a nearby town. But after Gundren goes missing, our heroes find themselves with the job of finding him, many, many weeks later. And after more side quests than they can probably count, they finally get round to actually looking for him. They learn of an ancient mine with a great secret, owned by Gundren's family. Knowing this is most likely where Gundren's captors have taken him, our heroes venture there to find it guarded only by the skeletons of Gundren's kin. We join our heroes now as they explore the dark reaches of the mine, encountering the greatest obstacle they've ever faced, a locked door. Directly opposite you, as you enter this corridor, there is a door, a large iron door, with a big lock on it that you can't tell what, like a big sort of handle to open it.
Can I grab it?
Running off to the right, it leads to what's clearly a cave-in. You can't get any further that way, and then the left goes off into darkness.
Is the door locked? I'd like to try the door.
If you try the door, doesn't budge at all.
Can I
Even the handle doesn't move.
Can I cut the lock off?
You can try to make a strength check.
Sheer strength.
That 9 plus 3 plus proficiency? Or no proficiency?
Yeah, I was using weapon, I'll give you proficiency as well.
14. No, sorry, no, I completely lied. 15.
You get the, shining blade of energy, jam it into the lock, try and pull it. It moves, but eventually, as you're pulling back, it groans, and the handle snaps off.
Of my sword.
No,
Oh
of
my God.
the door.
That was terrifying.
Wait, the handle. So the door's open now, or it doesn't have a handle?
It doesn't have a handle.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
What is the door made of?
I already said.
Iron.
Thick iron plating.
He fucking writes this shit for me.
No, it's actually like that's how it's written.
Specifically to fuck with me. I'd like to knock at the door.
Knock, knock, it's
I'd like to knock on the door.
Right, the noise from the other room stops.
Hello,
Deliveroo.
Amazon.
Amazon Prime. We got a bit lost in your caves.
Drag us on.
You hear shuffling from inside, and no further noise.
Fuck, this is like when I had to go pick up my Amazon package from my neighbours. Knocked on the fucking door, shuffling, and then fuck all for like 20 minutes.
So that's the rule of my thumb. We wait for 20 minutes until they arrive.
Any ideas?
Shout again.
Hello.
You hear.
Wait, I'd like to
Can I
say,
look at your character
I'd like to go
sheet,
strippers, and
No.
can I use a persuasion check?
Deception.
Can you roll deception, please?
Please deception, right, to see if they think there's a Russian stripper outside. I have +4 to deception. 23?
You're 19.
Hey!
You hear back in common, it's just like, why would there be strippers?
We were ordered from Busty Dwarf.
Never heard of it.
It's a relatively new establishment,
We can't let you in.
but we are busty ladies.
No, you don't. We can't let you in. The door doesn't open.
We are very busty ladies with giant
What species?
badonkadonk. What species would you like?
We have a range of girls here waiting for you.
Wait, there's more than one?
We have several.
Enough for all of you.
How much do you cost?
Oh,
How
this
much
is
you
on
willing-
the house, complimentary.
Call it an introductory offer.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. You hear noises coming from inside.
I pulled this. But I don't
The
know.
door begins to.
No, can these two hide?
You hear rattling of the door
Can these two hide? And I'm just left standing there like, hello.
in full plate armor.
Yeah.
And then I
Just
will
more
sneak
strip.
behind the door and jump out and stabby stab.
Okay. Can you roll performance, please? No, can you roll performance and you two roll stealth?
Oh, well, can I roll stealth? Yes, I can.
Fuck, where am I hiding? Where am I hiding here?
It's a dark corridor.
And I'm a 6'8" dragon man.
Turn the die off.
Stealth. I actually have a +1 to stealth. 20! Oh, no, 19.
Oh, 21!
I have 19.
Alright. The
19,
door
19,
opens. You two disappear, and standing. in
I
front
like
of
that. The reason that we got this, because he said we cannot open the door. The reason we got through is me being stupid enough to say, very busty ladies.
I stand there, hip cocked, kind of like, hi.
You did well in performance. Standing in front of you. Give me a moment.
I don't think he was prepared for us to get through the door. What the fuck?
Need to prepare for every eventuality with us.
Including pretending to be a stripper. I'm going to prepare for that in future. They're all going to be gay.
Stripper gone.
We've got guys and girls. It's great.
They're all going to be asexual. Standing in front of you is a large, very furry bugbear.
Fuck. Right.
You know that bugbears are essentially the highest caste of goblin. They are human intelligence, very large, very furry, and very stinky.
Fuck this.
There are 5 of them in the room.
And you're about to have sex with one.
No, I'm not.
What do you do?
I'm a stripper. I'm not. That far.
They might offer to pay you.
No.
But you know, if they offer,
Oh.
would you take the money?
Right.
We just need to know what you think.
I'm gonna say My other friends are a tiny bit shy, so they went back to where the pool is to get ready for a wee bit. And I'll sashay up to one of the
How open is the door?
Open fully.
I would like to run in.
No, I'm not.
No, can I not stealthy?
No. So I sashay
Shit,
up
I'm
and
waiting.
stroke him on the cheek and sashay into the room. Hip swinging the whole time. So
Okay. They just give you the weirdest look. They're like, what?
right, darling.
What are you doing?
Just keep walking.
Bugbear's apparently Batman, by the way.
Right,
You said
can
they're covered in fur.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna try to set them on fire.
I'm trying to set them on fire.
Can I sneak into the room after her?
Roll stealth
See, you know,
with
if the,
disadvantage.
if the First Order had used some of them flamethrower things against Chewbacca, they might have won. This isn't very flat.
That's gonna be 17.
What, the lowest of the two?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
God, your bonuses are massive. Fuck me.
His bonuses are massive in like 3 things, and he's
Yeah.
shit at everything else.
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Why do you get to be so good? I can't hit it with a fucking
Oh, yeah.
fireball. And it's much
You
better.
manage to sneak into the room. As they all turn around, you slip behind one of them, just as the door is open, and essentially dive under one of the 7 bunks that are in this room. Looking round it, you can tell it once was a barracks of some sort, but it's come into complete disrepair now. The metal bunks are all falling apart, and there was a barricade built up against this door, and there's a barricade built up against the other door, clearly trying to like keep anything from coming into this room.
Wait. Wait. Have they gone back in and closed the door?
No, door's open
Okay, good.
for now.
I'm thinking I might do a surprise attack.
Okay, I would like to walk in.
Just walk in.
No, I would like to walk in. I would like to be like, I'm not nervous anymore. Throw back my hood and go, reveal the earrings of beautiful glory.
Check. Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. I have the charisma.
I'm so hungry. Oh my god.
21.
Alright, yeah.
22.
Fuck me. For a moment, they're like, what? They look at you, look back, and say, there's some nice earrings.
So they get a nice
I'd like to
when I
be
get nothing.
saucily wafting my cloak.
You are very saucily wafting your cloak.
Yeah. That's how Obi-Wan gets laid on Tatooine.
To conceive Ray.
I know.
I
I've got a full cosplay.
don't know what to say, so I continue to saucily waft my cloak.
They're into it.
Okay, cool.
Can I?
So I'm distracting them.
Can I? While they're
I'm
doing this,
causing some weird distraction. Guys, do something.
can I sneak around looking for stuff?
Can you kill them
You
first?
can't sneak around because it's a brightly lit room and there are 5 large
Sneaky as
bugbears.
fuck.
Yeah, but you can't just walk across a room like I'm sneaky.
Can I crawl beneath the bed?
You're already beneath one of the beds.
Can I crawl from that bed?
It's
to
like a 3 to 4 meter gap
Can I?
in which there are bugbears standing.
Think
So there's only 5 in the room.
There are 5 of them.
Okay.
How big is the
So,
room? How
they
big
look
is the
like
room? How big
this.
is the room? How big is the room?
The room is 50 feet by 30 feet.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. I would like to waft my cloak saucily into the monks, the group of them, and get them all together close
I was
towards me.
gonna say.
And I'll just be like, better stand back to you, but like, get the fuck back!
Alright.
No, I was gonna go up to bed. Don't be shy. You can get closer to her. You can touch him. And he's like, go up to
Yes,
you.
no touch rules in this school. I'm the busty dwarf. I'd like to get them all in close.
Yeah, they do. Wait.
I'd like to
Can you
wait.
check something? Yeah, they all come in close.
Okay. And I'd like to wait until 9 and Tholme are in a sufficiently far enough distance. Some would say 15 feet away.
It's not sure.
I would like to cast Thunderwave.